In a small farming town in rural Pennsylvania, where the corn stands taller than a man and the summer nights hum with cicadas, there lived a quiet teenager named Caleb. Everyone knew Caleb was sharp. Teachers said he had the kind of mind that could go to college on a full ride. But life wasn't fair. His father had passed 2 years earlier, so every dawn Caleb was up before the roosters, milking cows, fixing fences, and harvesting whatever the land gave. Only after the sun went down did he sit at the kitchen table with a single lamp, textbooks open, fighting sleep. He studied in stolen minutes, yet the whole town still whispered, "That Caldwell boy is going places." Then came senior year finals. Caleb poured everything he had left into those books. When the results posted on the school's front door, his name sat 1 line short. He had failed chemistry by 3 points. It felt like the earth cracked open beneath him. Worse than the grade were the voices that followed him everywhere. Walking to the feed store, riding his bike past the diner, even buying a soda at the gas station, he heard the same murmurs. Guess book smart docent T mean much after all. All that bragging for nothing. Each word was a needle. One October evening, after a 12-hour day in the fields, Caleb trudged to the house of his old Mr. Whitaker, his retired science teacher, who now spent his days carving wooden birds on his porch. Caleb stood at the bottom step, cap in his hands. "Sir, I can't take the talking anymore. It's like they're inside my head." Mr. Whitaker studied him for a long moment, then said calmly, "Tomorrow morning, I want you to do something for me. Fill a big metal pail to the very brim with fresh milk. No lead-and. Walk your usual route from the barn all the way to the school and back." Caleb thought the old man had finally lost it, but he trusted him too much to argue. The next morning, frost still glittered on the grass when Caleb lifted the heavy pail. Milk sloshed dangerously close to the rim. He took his first careful step, then another. By the time he reached the main road, half the town was already up, tractors rumbling, kids waiting for the bus, neighbors leaning on fences. The usual comments started flying. "There goes the genius who flunked chem." Someone laughed. Caleb braced himself for the sting, but it never came. His eyes were locked on the milk. Every muscle focused on keeping the pail perfectly level. His breathing slowed. Voices became muffled. Faces blurred. Laughter dissolved into background static. All that existed was the milk and the next steady step. He walked the entire 2-mile loop without spilling a drop. When he set the pail down in front of Mr. Whitaker, his arms shaking, the old teacher smiled. "Tell me," Caleb did, "you hear what they said today?" Caleb thought hard, then shook his head. "No, sir, I didn't hear a thing." Mr. Whitaker nodded. "That's the secret. When your mind is completely focused on what matters, the noise of the world loses its power to hurt you. Carry your goal the way you carried that milk, eyes forward, hands steady, and nothing on the sidelines can touch you." From that morning on, something shifted inside Caleb. He still heard the whispers, but they sounded far away, like radio static. He re-enrolled in summer school, studied with a focus sharper than ever, and passed chemistry with the highest score in the county. More than that, he walked taller. The same mouths that once mocked him now fell silent, because the boy they tried to tear down had learned to tune them out completely. This story leaves us with a truth sharp enough to cut through any doubt. Focus is not just a study skill, it is armor for the soul. When you lock your attention on your goal, the way Caleb locked his eyes on that milk, criticism, comparison, and fear all blur into meaningless background. The crowd never goes quiet, but you can learn to stop hearing it. So whatever your pail of milk is, your dream, your exam, your comeback, carry it with both hands. Keep your gaze steady and walk. The noise will fade. The goal will not.